So good morning. Thanks for joining the channel again for another video. This will be a short video. As you can see, I'm doing chores. My truck is still down, so I wanted to update you on that. Before I do that, I want to thank all the new subscribers. Since my last two videos, I've jumped up significantly in subscriptions. Greatly appreciated. More trucking videos to come once I'm back on the road. So I really do appreciate it. So if you haven't subscribed yet and you've been watching this channel, please subscribe. I'll do trucking. I'm going to do mostly trucking because that's where I'm going to be most of the time. I'll do some from here on the porch, and I'll do some things from being around, out and about. But that's where we're going to go. So if you like this video, hit a thumbs up, make a comment. I try to reply to all the comments. Sometimes I just can't. So I appreciate it. Before we get started and letting you know what the update is on my truck, there's a couple channels I wanted to shout out. I think you should check out, I should say. First one is Hambleton Transport. My buddy Cliff over at Hambleton Transport, he's heavy haul. Man, he's got some great content, does some really good videos, has really good videos out there. Give him a check, check him out. Give them a look-see. The other one I just found these next two, and the first one, that Guy Malik, M-A-L-I-K. Enthusiastic, passionate about the trucking industry young man. He's doing really good, got his own truck, 21 years old, owns his own truck. His positivity is just off the wall. I mean, it's just crazy. I mean, he's so positive. Don't ever lose that, Malik. A lot of people in this industry, after so long, get discouraged, get very pessimistic about things, and get really negative. And I can see why they do, but they do. But he's got a great channel, so check him out. That Guy Malik. And then the other one I just found is Jupiter Trucking. I really like this guy. He's from Nevada. He hauls flatbed and step deck, and I just like his channel. He's just a very unique. His approach, his demeanor, his character is what I really appreciate about him. Great guy. Jupiter Trucking. So if I remember when I'm editing this, I'll put the links below to their latest videos. That way you can check them out, check out all the videos. Check out all my past videos too. There's more than just trucking in there. I go way back to 2019, I think. I think that's how long I've been on YouTube. I don't know. When I was green and not very good at doing videos, and then gained quite a following within the piping community. But I like to change things up, and I'm a truck driver, and I love sharing what I do, so appreciate it. Thanks for coming along with the ride. So, update on my truck. I have a 95 Freightliner FLD 120. Purchased it about 2 months ago. Had to get some things done the previous owner agreed to do prior to me picking up the truck. That took a few weeks. Finally got the truck, had to do a couple things, had to get it couple just minor things done before I could lease it on. That took a little bit of time. And then I leased it on with a guy. I got 2 days in the road and the truck broke down. Clutch went. So last time I was talking about the truck with the transmission and upgrading to a 13-speed. Update on that. So I spoke with a mechanic, guy that works on my truck. By the way, H&J Towing out of Dillsburg, PA. Great guys. They work on my Duramax. I've built a good relationship with them. They're honest with me. They're fair. And I just appreciate them a lot. So I was talking to the mechanic up there, and he wanted to give me his opinion. But he said, I don't want to come off as rude. And I said, look, I'll never take it as rude. You're looking out for my best interest is what you're doing. And you're giving me your honest... You know, you're the expert when it comes to the engines and stuff like that. I'm not. So he said we could go with an upgrade on the 13-speed. Got to get a new shifter put in, new clutch, new transmission. Driveline's got to be redone because it's going to be a different driveline. And there's a couple of linkages you got to redo. All this stuff is man hours, more man hours. Labor on that's going to be extensive. So he told me it's going to be about $8 grand on the high side for a 13-speed transmission. Then you got to look at the drive shaft. Then you got to look at the other linkages and stuff that you might have to modify and everything. It's all this stuff. We're looking at upwards of 20 grand for that to do that. Would I love to do that? Sure. So he asked me what I paid for the truck, and he said, at the end of the day, you ain't selling that truck for what you've got into it. Okay? Not that I'm selling that truck. Plan on keeping it a few years, and then give myself an upgrade and get what I really want. Because if I got what I really want, I'd have it right now, but I don't want to go that far into debt. So he looked at the transmission as a Marimore transmission. That's the original. That's the factory that came from the factory with that transmission. He said it's in good shape. Problem with those is they're hard to find parts for. So they can get a new clutch like that. There's a shaft pin or something in there in the transmission that goes into the, I don't know all the, and there's all these linkages and stuff. So that's where the problem comes in. We're looking at a lead time of 50 days for some of this stuff. They can get the shaft in 3 days. So he's got a guy that fabricates, that's done a lot of fabrication for him. So he suggested that it's going to cost me, he's estimating on the high side, about 8 grand just to do that, all that out the door. It's quite a bit of savings. So I wanted to think it over, talk to the missus about it, see what her opinion was, talk to a couple other people that I know that are drivers, and then I looked at my bottom line financially. Would it be a good business move to upgrade to a 13-speed at this time, or would it be smart to just get this fixed, be patient, keep this truck for a couple of years, purchase what I want? So that was a couple days ago that I talked to them. What's today? The 24th? October 24th, I think. So they're gonna look. They have the truck in. He's pulling the transmission and taking a look at. Taking a look at the transmission, make sure it's good. He said it was good. He's gonna verify that it's good to go. And if it's good to go, we're gonna go with that cheaper option, because if I do that, I'm most likely gonna have my truck back by the end of next week. Christmas is coming, folks. Got bills to pay, presents to buy. If I do it with the upgrade 13-speed transmission, we're looking at 2, maybe 4 weeks, depending on how fast they can get the drive line dealt with and all the other stuff. I can't be down. I've been down long enough. So wheels aren't turning, money's not coming in, and I can make some money between now and the end of the year. So that's the plan. The other thing I'm doing is I decided to break away with the lease. Yeah, I'll explain that in another video. What a nightmare. I have my own authority. So I put insurance, I put the right insurance on for the cargo and the liability and all that. So got to get on the load boards. Get on the load boards, get everything done there. Signed up on load boards and stuff. And then I'm just going to get my own loads. That's what I wanted to do all along. Just going to do it sooner rather than later. Just had some issues with the lease, with the guy I was leased on with. So that's where we're at. So if all goes well, hopefully my truck will be back on the road the week after next week. So the beginning of November is what I'm shooting for. I'm hoping to get a good 2 months in before the end of the year. Unfortunately, that's the trucking industry. It's the way it works. Knew this coming in. Don't regret buying that truck. Don't regret becoming an owner or operator. It's what I wanted to do. I expected this stuff to happen. It's going to happen. It doesn't matter who you are, where you're driving, what you're driving. It's going to happen, and you just have to be set up to do that. Fortunately, I'm okay. So I had planned for stuff like this. Just didn't plan on it happening this fast. So anyhow, if you like this channel, please subscribe. It helps me out. Hit the like button, hit the thumbs down button. It helps me out. Maybe leave a comment. I'll try to get back to you. I try to respond to all the comments. Some of them I just can't because I'm just busy, or I just forget and don't get to it. And it greatly helps me out. I'll see you on the next video. Keep the shiny side up.